Quick, what comes to mind when you hear the word natural childbirth? For most people, it's pain. It could be a thought or a memory of a story that they've heard about childbirth. It could be the sweet faces of children that come to mind. But for most people, it's, when can I have my epidural? But it really is absolutely fascinating how the female body was made for childbirth. Having a baby is an amazing experience for both the mom and the dad. But to ensure safety and health for the baby and for the mother is most important. I had 3 children myself, completely natural, and I never thought twice about not having them natural. But I did have the normal concerns of what was it going to be like, how much pain was going to be involved, would really relaxing techniques work, and are they out there? So we'll take a look at the pain and why there's pain, what you can do to help ease the pain, and what are medically necessary reasons for a C-section. Let us take a look, and we will start with what seems to be the scariest, the pain. There is no doubt, and there's no secret, that there is and will be pain involved in the labor process. But if we begin in the beginning, the Bible in Genesis 3:16 says, "To the woman he said, I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children." So God created childbirth. And with him creating childbirth, the process he will help us get through. There are also biological reasons for the pain and benefits. In the birthing process has 3 stages. 1 is dilation, 2 is pushing, and the 3rd is the placenta. During childbirth, your uterus and the baby are growing, and your pelvis muscles and bones are helping hold everything in place. The cervix is actually a part of the uterus, and it's thick and closed while the woman is pregnant. But as labor draws near, the contractions help to thin out the cervix and opens so that the body will begin its birthing, engage for the birthing process. Also, during this time and throughout the laboring process, our body is making essential hormones, according to an article I read by a licensed midwife, Marian Lister. The first hormone, or one of the hormones that is vital to the process, is oxytocin. Oxytocin is also known as the love hormone because it helps us to feel good. There are vital parts to the labor for the mom. This hormone is vital for the mom and for the baby. It plays a significant role in the connection that the mom and the baby will make. The peak of oxytocin is when the baby is actually born, and it helps the baby move through the canal throughout the process. Low levels of oxytocin can lengthen the labor and cause bleeding at the placenta site. Another important hormone that you're making during the birthing process is endorphins. Endorphins are increased during the end of the pregnancy, but are released continuously throughout the labor. It's been proven that there is a huge drop in endorphins when you are under medication or an epidural. The endorphins' main role is to help flow the labor and the consciousness of the mother. Endorphins also are peaked towards the end of labor so that the mom is conscious and able to hold and connect with the baby at birth. When medication is not involved and there's a lower level of endorphins in the female body, the labor is more difficult and it increases the pain. So now that we know that there's benefits to pain, let us look at how we can make it a more relaxing experience. There are techniques that will help a woman relax and before you go into labor, you should do some research. Know your body and know what works for you. There are different positions that you can sit and squat in. You could lie in different positions. There's breathing techniques. You can put candles. There's meditation. And water. Water was my favorite. Water helped ease the pain, and it actually helps speed the contractions along without feeling them as bad because of the water. But when you're choosing a relaxing technique, make sure it's a technique that you like normally. If you don't like massages normally, then when you're irritable and upset because of the pain, massages might not be a good idea. Something that I read on about.com that I thought made a lot of sense was to make sure that the people in your birthing room are people that understand and will respect your wishes and wants while laboring. When I was in labor with my first child, I was at uncontrollable pain, and my mom started talking on the phone, and her voice and just the noise, it just was almost unbearable until I started throwing pillows at her. So my second birth, I made sure everybody in the room was on the same page and knew to stay quiet. There is natural causes and medical necessities for C-sections. On marchofdimes.com, they list several reasons for C-sections to be for if you've had past C-sections or any problems or past surgeries on your uterus. If the mom has been tested positive with herpes or HIV, she will need a C-section. Another reason could be that the baby is breached. This is where the butt or the feet of the baby are coming through the canal first and not the head. There could be fetal distress, and this is evaluated by the baby's heart rate, and that is watched closely by fetal monitoring devices to watch the baby's heart. Fetal distress could be due to various reasons like stool and the amniotic fluid, from reactions from medications to the baby, or just stress in general with labor. There can be several other reasons needed for C-sections, and your doctors can make the best call for that. Now that you've had a lot of information on the birthing process and the labor process, let me conclude with this. The female body is absolutely fascinating, how it naturally reacts to the birthing process and can do what it needs to do. And it can do all that if it has the right equipment, so to speak, with all the hormones that are needed throughout the process, the right levels of hormones, and some techniques that you could look up and have an idea for during the process. So don't go out and experience this firsthand just to see the process. But if you do know somebody that's about to deliver or expecting a baby, then you can encourage them and tell them how great their body is and how they can do it the safe and natural way that it was intended. Thank you.